We come to collect. Did it all on my own, yeah. When it brought it back home, yeah. Now they calling my phone, yeah. But I'm all in my zone. They not a threat. Tell them reset.
Yo, it's your boy TD's here with Unfiltered Hoops. To the left of me, I got my boy Zach. Zach, how you living?
Good, man. Good.
This episode, we are pretty much talking about our district play and the matchups and just keying in on all the area teams that we pretty much have been covering this whole season. We've been watching a lot of basketball. December was very busy. January, it just ramped up. And now this should be the last week that all area teams are really playing, and district play starts next week. So we want to kind of give you guys the insight of the district matchups, who we think is going to go to the district championship, and then on top of that, who we think is going to win and kind of their road to the Final Four. So,
and we just want to put out a disclaimer. What we say on this podcast is not the truth. It's opinions. We're not insulting anyone. I mean, there's been multiple times where we've been almost assaulted verbally on just opinions, man. It's just crazy, bro. Like, these are just opinions. There's no reason to get butthurt or nothing. This is just an opinionated podcast for the area that there's nothing like this anywhere else. So just calm down. That's all I got to say. It's not that deep, I promise.
And as much as y'all bet on those parlays that y'all be losing, those are all opinions too. Sometimes it don't go your way, man. But yeah, I mean, again, we're just here to provide insight and give the community something. Obviously, y'all are watching, so this is obviously it's doing something to some people. But honestly, we're just here to enrich the culture of basketball in this area and just give out our expertise. But enough of that. So we're going to go kind of district by district. The first district we're going to cover is the girls, District 7A 12. This is exciting because this district actually has 4 teams that we cover throughout the season. Sarasota's in it, Northport girls, Venice, along with Riverview.
And honestly, this is probably one of the most competitive districts out of all the ones that we will talk about today as far as girls basketball. I mean, that's not knocking any other team, but this district's pretty tough. The region's tough, so it'll be interesting to see how these teams go forward.
Yep. So the first match is going to be Northport versus Lehigh. I believe we watched Lehigh and Northport play. It might have been preseason. I don't know if they played in the regular season, but Northport ended up winning. I think it was by a large margin. So
yeah, Northport will win.
Definitely got Northport winning that game against Lehigh. And then on the other side, we got Riverview versus Sarasota. They met once this season. Riverview ended up coming out with the win. It was a pretty large margin as well. Venice girls will have a bye the first round, and then after that, Venice will play the winner of Northport and Lehigh, and then the winner of that will be in the district championship against the winner of Riverview and Sarasota. In my opinion, I have Riverview and Venice being in a district championship. Venice did meet Riverview in the regular season. They won by 6 or 7. But I think this will be maybe the third or fourth season that Riverview and Venice end up seeing each other in the district championship. So that's kind of cool to see kind of that rivalry and that battle, for the district championship. And I'm gonna go. I got Riverview upsetting Venice for the district championship.
Yeah, I got again Venice Riverview in the district championship. I think both teams are just got the players and they're ready to go. I'm gonna have to take Venice, but I was doing some research, and win or loss, both teams should make regionals. So, and potentially Sarasota.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think, yeah,
potentially Sarasota. I saw that as well. So it just depends how it shakes out. So for those of you that don't know how the region seating works, the 4 districts. There's Region 3 for example, Venice is Region 3. There's 4 districts that make up a region. So those 4 district champions will go on. Mm-hmm. And they'll get the 1 through 4 seed, and then it'll be the next highest 4 ranked teams.
Right.
So if Sarasota falls in, they'll probably be at 8, 7. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out.
Which is kind of be cool I think last year we had a similar situation on the boys' side with this exact same district where 3 teams ended up going to the regionals. So
Riverview, Sarasota, and us.
Yep.
So Northport.
So it'll be kind of cool to see if all 3 teams can move on to that regional. The next one we have is District 5A. This is where Port Charlotte girls are. They will play Fort Myers, and the winner of Fort Myers or Mariner. And then there you have North Fort Myers on the other side also playing Cape Coral. In my opinion, I'm going to go with Fort Myers beating Mariner. And then on the other side, I'm going to go with North Fort Myers beating Mariner. Not Mariner, Fort Myers.
Cape Coral.
Yeah, Cape Coral. But I think PC obviously is going to win this district championship, and this will also give them the number 1 region spot. So you'll get to see Port Charlotte girls a lot more in the after season if they come victorious or the district championship, which is always good to be able to host a couple of regional games at your home facility.
Yeah, some of those drives, man, they get steep.
So
they get steep. So to be able to host, I think it's 3 games.
Yeah, at least 3 before they go off to Lakeland. So that'll be kind of cool.
And I do think Port Charlotte will end up in Lakeland this year. They're good, man. Yeah. So.
And then the next region we have is District 6A11, which is where our Charlotte girls are. Charlotte girls will play the winner of Parish or the winner of Palmetto. They'll play. And then the second game will be Lakewood Ranch versus Manatee. I got a chance to see Lakewood play because they played Riverview. They have a couple of pieces, but also I know Manatee has a lot of athletes. So honestly, I'm going to go with Charlotte. I know Zach said he had Charlotte and Lakewood Ranch prior to us kind of meeting and everything. But I'm going to go with Charlotte versus Manatee in the district championship. But I also have I have Charlotte obviously winning the districts.
Charlotte is another team that can also, if they win their district, they'll probably end up securing, well, they will, based off the rankings, they'll be the number 1 seed for the region. So it'll be cool to have 2 area teams potentially hosting all the way until possibly Lakeland. So that's huge for the community because some of the drives, man, like I said, they're just far. Like one year, I think senior year, Martin County, that's on the other coast, had to come all the way over for the regional final.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm telling you, it plays a factor.
Yeah, it definitely does, especially when you won. It's not like you have the luxury of like just going to the high school whenever you want to practice at their facility. 2, you're leaving school early after a long day. Then you got to drive, 3+ hours. And I mean, back then, with a huge crowd and everything going against you, like a lot of parents and a lot of fans aren't really coming from the other coast to kind of support that team. It's just the whole dynamics of the traveling. So it definitely does play a factor. And just happy to see that we may have 2 local teams be able to host regional games before they take that step to Lakeland. The next district we have is 3A, which we've been covering Cardinal Mooney. This district is actually pretty big. They have 8 teams in here.
Yep.
So we got Mooney would actually play Tarpon Springs first. Obviously, we feel like Mooney's going to win. And then we got Calvary Christian. They will play the Academy of Holy Names. Honestly, never heard of any one of these teams, so I'm just going to go with the higher seed and saying Calvary Christian's going to win. Those 2 will then actually play the winners of Mooney and Tarpon Springs. And then we have Tampa Catholic versus Winthrop.
College Prep Academy, that's what that is, CPA.
Okay, got it. I heard Tampa Catholic is actually pretty good this year, so going to go with Tampa Catholic. Don't know too much about them, but they're the number 2 seed. And then we have Lakewood versus Berkeley. I've seen Lakewood play a handful of times. Very, very good program. Their coach is amazing. So I obviously have them winning against Berkeley. But as far as the championship goes, Zach has Mooney versus Tampa Catholic. I actually have Mooney versus Lakewood. So would love to see how that kind of play out. Lakewood
didn't Mooney play Lakewood already twice?
Yeah. Well, was it? I don't know if it's twice. It's either twice or once, but I know I watched one of the games they played. It was back and forth for the first quarter, and then obviously Mooney kind of stepped up and started going crazy. But then Lakewood kind of made a final push. I think they got it to 10 or 11, but you know how in basketball, if once you're down a huge deficit and you claw your way back in, and they just didn't have enough. But it'll be cool to kind of see them again, if they are able to play in that district. But obviously we have Mooney, winning that district, obviously going to states. Wouldn't be surprised if
they're right there every year.
Yeah.
Mooney's another team that can also secure the number 1 seed with the win and the district championship. So again, nice that we have 3 area schools, potentially 4. I think Booker, the next one, can also secure, so we can head over to that district. But yeah, I mean, Mooney's been right there for the past 2 years, so hopefully this is the year they can get it done. What's the team that kept beating them? St. Thomas? Was not St. Thomas.
No, Miami Country Day.
Didn't they get moved? I think they got bumped up. So that, I mean, not that they couldn't beat them this year, but that's just a good.
Another is probably a little sigh of relief that they don't have to run into them again. But I wouldn't be surprised if Mooney actually waved the state championship banner in the middle of the court this year. So good luck to all the ladies that we've covered, and we wish all of you good luck. Yep. And the last one we got is District 4A. This is where Booker. This is their district. Booker will actually play Seminole, and then Gibbs would actually play Boca Ciega. Honestly, Booker's been very, very good this year. So shout out to Ty Bryan and his staff and all of the players that have played a huge role. One of the standout seniors, Bree Ben, she's been a leader. She's been carrying the team. Josiah Taylor, she's been doing her thing as well. So those two, on the team, I feel like they have enough to get to that, not only the district championship, but also
regional finals,
Final if not to the Final Four. But prediction wise, we have Booker versus Gibbs in the championship, and obviously we like Booker to win this. And like Zach stated, this will be another local area team. If they win out, they can be the number 1 seed in regional. So, and I mean, all the area teams we've covered, we got 4, local teams that could potentially host regional games up until they go to Lakeland if they win out. So,
and I mean, this is just a testament to what we said when we started this, that this area has so much good basketball. Like, we're talking out of what? Probably 30, 40 teams in a region between all the districts. These teams are the number 1 seed. So as far as there's just hidden gems here, and the coaches, everyone from top to bottom, man. There's just a lot of people that their work goes unseen, unheard. So that's kind of, like I said, why we started this. This is a testament to it. We have 4 teams making. I think all these teams will win their district championship.
Probably go to states, to be honest.
So, I mean, it's just good for the area, man. And this, it's just testament to what we said when we started this. So, so we can go head down to the boys. So the first team we're going to cover in their district is District 3A10. That is Gateway Charters District. They're going to play the winner of Oasis and Clewiston. And then Bishop Verot, who's also another solid team, who kind of surprised a lot of people this year, has a great coach. They'll play Glades. As far as prediction wise, I got Gateway Charter versus Bishop Verot. But like I said, I think Gateway Charter is going to win the district, but I would not sleep on Bishop Verot. I mean, they have a great coach. So I don't know what you think, but I think Gateway Charter should win.
Yeah. I think they should win, but again, like Zach said, I wouldn't sleep on Bishop Verot. I mean, they got a good staff, they got the players, and this is somewhat of kind of like a rivalry game, if I'm not mistaken. Most of these kids probably grew up with each other, kind of went their own separate ways in high school. So to be able to battle potentially one last time or twice, you never know how the regional may go out.
Both teams I was looking today will make regionals.
The seeding goes, one may beat them in the district championship and turn back around and lose in the regional. So, I mean, obviously, I think, Gateway will win. But again, if Bishop Verot finds a way to win it out, hats off to them, because, I mean, they're a good program as well.
Yep. All right. So next one we got District 6A 11. Charlotte will play the winner of Manatee and Lakewood Ranch. And then Palmetto, who's the 2nd seed, will play Parrish, who's the 3rd seed. So, I mean, this is an interesting district because, one, Andre Johnson at Parrish, great coach, kind of turned not that the program was bad last year, but kind of put his own twist on it, lost some key players. Palmetto, of course, the Roberts brothers, they're good.
Amir. All 3 of them have a breakout season. Shout out to Dre and Parrish. I mean, I think not only what he's done with the program as far as kind of the twist he brings, it's just his he has so much passion for the game. I mean, I grew up playing against Dre, and he's an unbelievable player. So it just goes to show you like how much time and commitment he's put into it. And these kids have actually been playing. I'm pretty sure they got to be on like at least 5 or 6 game win streak, and that's always a huge momentum boost, going into district is if to kind of secure some of those wins and ensure that your athletes are, comfortable and they're ready to play. So.
And then we got Charlotte, who, everyone knows they're talented. Jordan Atia, Ja Chin, Jordan Taylor. I don't think they'll have a problem with either Manatee or Lakewood Rand.
I mean, they played Manatee earlier in the year and, started off slow, but ended up winning by like 30. So,
yeah. Prediction, I got Charlotte versus Palmetto for the district championship. Not saying that Parrish can't beat Palmetto. I just, think that Palmetto is going to be a little overwhelming. I got Charlotte winning a close one just because it's in Charlotte. But, anything could happen. If Evan goes off, it's going to be a long night.
Yep.
I mean, either side, if Jordan goes off or Ja or one of them, it's going to be a long night. But both of those teams can make regionals as well, so that'll be interesting to see how that works out.
Yeah, I think it's going to be – it definitely will be a back and forth. I just like the fact that we have so many talented guards, from both sides. You got, Ja, you got Jordan, you got Kyrie, you got another defensive guard with Dior. But then on the other side, you got the Roberts brothers, which – easily can be probably one of the top 2 combo guards, in this area, mixed with Amir, who's athletic, but he also can score as well. So I just feel like it's going to be a high-level game, and, I have Charlotte winning. They're at Charlotte. They're at the home crowd. I know it's going to be a packed gym, but, again, when you got the Roberts and Amir, with just the experience that they have and just been playing at a high level for so many years at a younger age, that could play a huge role. Some of these players have probably never played in a district championship that might have just got brought up to varsity. They don't even know what it feels like to be in that type of environment. So, but I feel like Charlotte's going to win. It's going to be a close one, but I got Charlotte winning.
All right, so we'll move on. We got District 5A 11. That's Port Charlotte's district. They're going to play the winner of North Fort Myers, who's the 4th seed, and Mariner, who's the 5th seed. And then we got Cape Coral, who's the 2nd seed, and they'll play Fort Myers, who is the 3rd seed. This district, North Fort Myers should beat Mariner. Mariner's 1-22. Not sure what's going on down there this year because they've been pretty good the last couple years. Cape Coral versus Fort Myers. I don't know too much about either team. I know Cape Coral. They didn't play the toughest schedule. Fort Myers, they played Charlotte twice or once. They played Charlotte, Port Charlotte.
Yep.
Lost their coach mid-year, so that was tough. So I'll go ahead and say I got Port Charlotte honestly winning this district pretty easily. I think they'll beat. I got Port Charlotte versus Cape Coral. District championship. I got PC by 15 plus, and if they win, they can also secure the number 1 seed for regionals, which will be cool. I don't know if that's ever happened before. 2 boys and girls at the same school, both hosting regionals all the way to the end, assuming they win. So that'll be nice for that school, and
nice for the community too.
I don't know what you got, but
I pretty much got PC versus Cape. I know Cape has some athletes, but I mean PC is just overwhelming with talent, and obviously Kip is going to draw up something that puts his guys in the best position to win. So yeah, I definitely got PC winning, and them securing the number 1 seed for region as well.
All right, next, the last one we're going to cover is District 7A12, which actually has 5 area teams that we talk about.
Yep.
Sarasota, Venice, Northport, Lehigh, and Riverview. And I don't know. 7A basketball, I'll tell you, is just different, man. It's
both boys and girls.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
It's not easy slate by any means. Outside of this district is just straight juggernauts. Like Columbus will be in the state championship.
Right.
That's the Boozer Twins. So, assuming a team from here makes it, they got their hands full for sure. But
you still got Winter Haven.
Yeah, Winter Haven, Oak Ridge.
Oak Ridge. No, it's Oak. Yeah. Oak Ridge.
St. Pete. It's just
you
insane.
got
it's
dude.
insane.
I'm pretty sure Dr. Phillips is in that mix somewhere. So
we got Sarasota, who's the first seed, and they'll play the winner of Venice or Northport, which is a very interesting game. We were at both games. At Venice, Northport won in triple overtime or double? I think it was double overtime.
Yep.
And at Northport, Venice ended up winning by like 15 plus. But it's an interesting game. And I mean, anything can go.
this would be the third time playing.
Yeah, they're 1-1. They beat each other once.
They're 1-1. It's not like someone has the upper hand of like that saying, it's hard to beat a team the third time. So it'll be
both games are. I mean, they're competitive. Matt's gonna have Northport ready to go. Luke's gonna have Venice ready to go. So it'll be interesting. But I'm gonna have to go with Northport. I think Northport's gonna win.
Where's the game? It's at Venice. Ooh. At Venice. Yeah, I'm going with Northport with the upset. I think Northport upsets Venice on their new court. And then they'll go off to play Sarasota.
And then I have Sarasota winning that fairly. I think Sarasota's going to beat either one of them, whoever wins.
Yeah,
and then Lehigh versus Riverview. Lehigh, I mean, they're good. They're good. They just played Gateway Charter down in Fort Myers, and they went to overtime. Gateway Charter ended up winning, but it was a very competitive game. Packed gym. Just a great environment for basketball in our area. So I got Sarasota versus Lehigh for the championship, and that is a very, very interesting game.
You can't be wrong with whoever you go with because, it's just so many factors that can be played.
There's no right or wrong answer.
Yeah.
I think BJ is a great coach. I mean, they're both BJs, but BJ Ivy is a great coach. BJ Edwards is a great coach, and I don't know. I'm not going to comment on it because I don't know who's going to win.
I don't know. I just know last year, it was a game where
I think Sarasota won pretty bad. I mean, pretty convincingly last year.
Yeah, last year. But I think, like you said earlier, I think Lehigh is a better team than they were last year.
Yeah, I just think
more disciplined,
more mature.
Yep, exactly.
So it's a very interesting game. Both can make regionals, and I don't think any other team will end up making regionals out of that. Sneaking in, but yeah, I mean, like we said, it's great to see all these area teams potentially. I think out of all the teams we covered this year, a lot of them will be playing in the district championship. So it'll be interesting to see. We're going to try to get to as many games as we can, but they're all on the same night, so we'll kind of just pick and choose which games. But as it starts getting towards the end, we'll be at the games that the teams are still playing. So hopefully it's all of them. So.
Yeah, like I said, it's been great to just be able to cover all these teams and kind of track their progress. And, so many teams had so many ups and downs with injuries and, different changes within, whether it be staff, whatever the case may be. All of these players have weathered the storm. They've overcame adversity. And, these are all the moments that you've grinded for, back when you were with your team in June. Is a chance to play in the district championship, a chance to bring a district championship to the school that I don't know. Honestly, I feel like most of these schools have probably at least won one district championship. Yeah. So it's not, like the program in itself's first rodeo, but a lot of these players, it means a lot, especially for seniors. This is their last ride. They're trying to go out with a bang. So it's just amazing to see like how all these teams have shaped out. Most teams are injury free for the most part, so that's always good to kind of see all the healthy players and not a what if if they had this player or not. But yeah, we'll be out to try to make most games as we can, and we'll go from there and kind of just update everyone. And we appreciate the support on the page, and it's been great just being able to cover these teams and provide fans and players kind of a platform where they can kind of listen on what's going on the outside, and not just between the lines. So
yeah, and I think we're gonna do Unfiltered Hoops Boys Player of the Year and Girls Player of the Year. So we'll have some polls out on Instagram. So just stay tuned for that. Again, it's we're letting the people vote, so we're not picking. The people are gonna vote, and we'll just go from there. So we appreciate it. Good luck to everyone, and we'll be at the games.
See ya.
Did it all on my own, yeah. When it brought it back home, yeah. Now they calling my phone, yeah. But I'm all in my zone. They not a threat. Tell them reset. When they at their best, we still not impressed.